Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink some water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, and drink. Grab your glass for some water. Get your pitcher of some water. Lift that pitcher of that water. Simply pour your water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Simply move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, and drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Breathe, live, move, toast. Simply take your breath, lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors, break down. Drink your water. Alright, family. They are announcing on Restreamio that they are having some problems with the chat. So I probably won't be getting it. It'd probably be easier for you to go over to Spreaker if you got to holler out. But yo, we just gonna do our daily toast. We did the show last night. And there wasn't a lot of interaction. So hey, I just did my thing and had a good time. So family, this morning we're going to lift up and we're going to toast. But once again, I have to stress that today they are having a hearing on H.R. 40, House Bill 40. and that's what's called the reparations bill. But last night I was surprised because as I was going through the news, I was shocked that a news magazine, a Slate news magazine reporter was able to put together a better team than our representatives in government. So, let me just, in this article, what Americans need to know about reparations ahead of this week's big hearing. Let's just let's look at the team that this reporter put together, right? I told you, because this is like, you go into battle, right? And you go into battle, So, what Americans need to know about reparations ahead of this week's big hearing. Now, it's a big hearing, but nobody's hearing about it. So the hearing is today on Juneteenth, which I could see. So on Wednesday, okay, cool. We know that today, House Judiciary Subcommittee will hold the first congressional hearing in more than a decade on the subject of reparations. So let's go and let's see. Because I just want to read this real quick and we're going to get right into it. Earlier this week, 4 leading scholars joined Slate to discuss what they hope to see from the hearing, why they believe reparations are necessary, and what a successful reparation commission might hope to establish. Marcia Chatelain is an associate professor of history and African American Studies at Georgetown University. She participated in school's working group on slavery, memory, and reconciliation. William A. Darity Jr., a professor of public policy, African American Studies, and economist at Duke University, who has written extensively on the economics of reparation. Stephanie E. Jones-Rogers is an associate professor at the University of California, Berkeley, and author of They Were Her Property, White Women as Slave Owners in the American South. Roy E. Finkerbine is a professor of history at the University of Detroit, Mercy. His work studying 18th and 19th century reparation cases was featured in Coates' essay. How could they pick a better team? How could Slate find a better team than the United States government? Can somebody please help me? All right, here we go. Let's go. I'm gonna go and do the toast and get off of here real quick, family. All right, so I'm just saying I had to throw that out. So make sure we got everything we need. Okay. Black book together. All right, so let's go and pour our toast. Get your toasting equipment together. Get your toast equipment together. All right. Let's lift up our glass. We're going to lift up our glass. Salute the Creator by whatever name you choose. Call it Creator. We lift up our glass and we toast and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on and we grab our list of our ancestors and we start to read. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, George William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Chris Unfeen, Cleveland, Jenny Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pet Mont, Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamau, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Algeny, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector, Pat Meyer, Robin Lee, Court Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Algeny, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Albert Brofro, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Dale Gal Pulley and Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lawrence Johnson, Miss Marie McDonald, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Frank Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Winderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Levita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Allie Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keisha Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thorne, Richard Thorne, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, and Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thorne, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Jeremiah Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinero, Dalmatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Franklin Russell and David, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilly Monares, Gene and Rube Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Perez, Elder Pasigi Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scattleberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, R.G. Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, Uncle Book, also known as Uncle Bookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First Lady Tried, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Harper, Irene Johnson, Francis Bruce Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry, Thelma Cates, Mr. Sturgis, Ellie Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Mella, Howsy Hashtag Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Adi Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harris, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Cleroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Arlington Houston, Love Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Vet Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownie Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Mira Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillip, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shagamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, and on to the mighty Black Book. We are on Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James, Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang, Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Jay Ross. My fault. This is from Jay Ross's list. Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Essien, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, and Aunt Maxine. We lift up our glass and we salute all of our ancestors and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the present moment. Y'all know we are right now. We are on the blue day. We are on Ujima. Shouts out to all the Ujima born. I want you to lock in on your reticular formations. I want you to go out and we want to find Ujima, capture it in the wild. You know what I'm saying? You capture, you get photos, you can see, take any video ops that you can on Ujima. Where is it active in our community? We want to find it. You know what I'm saying? Catch and release, family. Catch and release. Collect, for those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. Righteousness. Righteousness is the minded principle today. Respect is what we teach the young people through the M7. Blue is the color. Vibration is the hermetic law of the day. Male name is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. So we raise our glass in this moment of power, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to our future generations, and we toast them in advance. Our children, our children's children, on to infinity, and we say Ashe. From there, we move on to all of our relations, and we toast all of our relations, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move through all of our relations, and we move to that selfish toast. This toast is for you. What is it that you need? Right? We lift it up, and we say Ashe. Last but not least, without any further ado, I toast the most beautiful, magnificent, uplifting, inspiring individual in the world. And I toast you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy, and 100 years. Y'all have a great, great day. Woo! All right, I'm about to get started. Peace out, family.